Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Kalimangi. We are very fortunate to have in our studio our Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Elections Officer, Lieutenant John Waiheʻe. Our purpose this evening is to give you information on our elections this year. Good evening, Lieutenant.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay. Oh, you do know how to speak in...
I know how to say mabuhay.
Okay. Lieutenant Governor, can you give us some information and procedures on who are able to vote and where can they get information?
Yeah, the upcoming election is the general election. The date for that would be November 6, 1984. The polls will be open between the hours of 7 o'clock and 6 a.m. in the 6 p.m. in the evening. And in order to vote in that election, you need to be registered. And the deadline for registering to vote in the 1984 general election is October 9th, 1984, which is very soon.
Very soon. Okay, when you say you have to be registered, if you have registered for the primary,
you're registered for the general.
You're registered for the general.
That's right.
What have happened if you did not vote in the primary for some reason? Are you still qualified?
Yes. You're still qualified to vote. And in fact, if you haven't voted in the primary, I would really seriously encourage you to vote in the general. Because if you don't vote in both elections, then your name will be taken off the voter registration list.
Who are eligible to vote?
Well, in order to be eligible to register to vote, you need to be at least 18 years old by the day of the election, which would be your 18th birthday should be by November 6th.
By November 6th.
Then you need to be a United States citizen, and you need to be a resident of the state of Hawaii.
Because of the reapportionments of all the different districts, what determines where you can vote?
Each registered voter was supposed to receive a postcard from the county clerk's office informing them as to their polling place, the place where they go to vote. If you are a new registrar, then you will be told where you should go and vote. By the way, if anybody hasn't received that card, please call our office or call the county clerk's office, and we'll be glad to tell you. In fact, we have a hotline number, 545-7670, which you can call on election day, and it's called our voter information hotline, and just ask them, and they'll be able to tell you where to vote.
There is a large Filipino community in the state of Hawaii, and many of them are United States citizens, and they are qualified to vote, but they do not understand the procedures. Are there people who can communicate with them in the different languages and get information?
Yes. In my office, we have language assistance for Filipino voters, particularly in the Ilocano language. We also have some Tagalog assistance, but we have that. We have brochures printed up in Ilocano. We also will be willing to help anyone who calls up that requires assistance. Sometimes it's not a matter of language assistance, it's a matter of just assistance to demonstrate how to go about to do this. So our office is available to do that. And you can call the voter education division and ask for some assistance on that. I might say that one of the exciting things about this particular election is that so many members of the Filipino community have come forth and have made themselves available to assist in voter registration.
That's right.
And in talking to community groups about how to go about voting. In fact, this program is an expression of that. So oftentimes I think you need to call one of the, if you wanted to, you could call one of the organizations that a person may be familiar with, and they would more likely than not be able to refer you either to our office or to help you directly.
Yes, that's right. We do encourage a lot of the Filipino citizens to go out and voice their opinions. It's very important to the
I think the Filipino community is becoming very, very much aware of their political rights and extremely interested in exercising them. And I think it's a very, very healthy sign for the state of Hawaii. And I know it has been so for us because it's a lot more effective when the organizations, from the people themselves, take the initiative to go out and educate, their fellow members of the community in how to do these things.
That's right.
They obviously can reach a lot deeper than we can.
That's right. Lieutenant Governor, may I ask you what your thoughts are about the primary election?
Well, actually, we were obviously disappointed that the primary election results were as low as they were. They were only 55% of the people who turned out and voted. But because of the number, but if you really analyze that situation, we're actually kind of satisfied. I'm satisfied that, for example, in the county of Maui, where there was only one contested race, in about 4 districts, 45% of the people went out and voted, despite the fact that there was no contest. They just went out because they were used to voting. And when you look at it like that, and you look at it on Oahu, where they were in many areas uncontested races, but people still turned out, I think you've got to kind of be proud of the people who go out and vote no matter what. Now, we expect the general to be much better. It's going to be very exciting. There are a lot more contested races. There are ballot issues for people to be decided. President of the United States will be elected, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu. So I'm sure the turnout will be much higher then.
Lieutenant Governor, thank you very much for your time this evening. Please regards to your wife and your children. If you have any information regarding the elections, please call the hotline number, which is 545.